Good morning, everyone. It is January 2nd of 2025. It's a new trading year, and you can see how the market is reacting to this. People are pretty giddy. They're excited. They're buying this market up. I ended up buying some TNA on Friday, and I just sold it here for a nice move, nice gap up. And I did that because I just thought we had a good chance here of gapping up with people being excited about the new president coming in. And I was lucky, I got it. So I went ahead and I closed that position and I will look to get in it. I am still in several names carried over from 2024. But something that we're going to focus on this year is how to slow things down. And what I would really recommend for a lot of the people who are fairly new is that this be your setup for your workspace. This workspace is out in the Discord server. And if you join the Discord server and if you still have some questions, I'm more than willing to help you. But this is the style that I'm going to teach in 2025 as far as how to see the big picture. Because understand that because we have a new year, all these time frames right here reset today. And so you really just have to let them open. And that's one of the things that Rob always says. You got to let them open, let them open. And the stocks that we're going to focus on, just like we were focused on SPXL right here, we want to see these stocks either go 222 up here if we had a huge move like SPXL did, or are we going to sit down here all year and stay inside to this previous year of 2024? These are all questions that you have to ask yourself as a stratter because these are all real scenarios that could play out. You could have a 122 continuation. You also could have a 1-2-2-2 reversal back down. You could have the inside year, or you could have a 3. We don't know what we're going to get this year, but we do know that we need to be patient. And we know that, like for SPXL here, we know that 190 and 30, 34, 190, 34, 35 would take us 2 up for the year. So you want to know things like that. And that is exactly what I just marked right here. Because this, if you take good notes and you don't rely on your memory, this would be 2 up for the year 2025. Don't rely upon your memory. Take good notes and just let these 5 time frames just talk to you for the entire year. And we're going to do the same thing here for TNA. If we go here, $58. So we know that we need to go here to $58 in order to go 2 up for the year. So just go ahead, make that alert, put your little note on it. Do it for the Qs. 93.79. So 93.80. And I'm only showing it on the bottom chart here. You could set it so that you could see it on every time frame, but I only want to focus on the daily here. And then one more here, UDOW, because these are the 4 ETFs that we look at. And this one would have to go 113.78. And that's it. Now we know what it takes in order to go 2 up for the year. 113.79. Right there. And that's all I did. And I'm able to do that for those of you who are new to reading charts. Basically, what I did, I put my cursor there, and then I looked right at this area right here. The H is the high, this is the low for the year, this is the close. That's all you need to be aware of. Well, and also the open. These 4 right here, the open, the high, the low, and the close. If you're new to trading, you need to learn how to read the charts. in the information. So that is how you would read the information for the current candle. We don't have a current one today because the market hasn't opened yet, but that's the high, the low, the close, and the open here for 2024. So you need to be aware of that. And now that we have all this wonderful information, after we mark this two up, you have two options here. You can just wait, and wait. And I know some of you really struggle with that because I struggle with that too. Or you can start to look at other opportunities. So for instance here, let's just go to my basket and just look at my full time frame continuity up. Or let's go up all stocks. And let's just look at this right here. And let's just see what we find. So these are all the stocks that are two up from last year. And what we're looking for example, this PSTX, we want to see if we go two up for the year and we continue to this next candle right here. Because if we can, we have the potential to not only take out this candle, but the other candle all the way up here. So again, just focus on this time frame right here. And then if and when this thing triggers, what you'll do, you'll wait for an entry on either the quarter, the month, the week, or the day, whatever you want. But just understand it has to start here for the year. This is a really big candle. It takes a long, long time for it to play out. Let's just go down the line here and take a look at something that's set up. I'm a big believer in you want to trade names that you know. And a lot of these, even though we have some setups, if I don't know you or have heard about you, then I want nothing to do with you. And that's just me. But for others, I know they'll trade anything. That's not me anymore. That used to be me. Playa, this is one where we took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We took out all these players here from 7 years ago. And now we're going higher right there. Or trying to. So this is one where you could set an alert right here. I don't think this one is USA based, but nonetheless, you could trade this one if you really wanted to, and that's what it would have to do. And then if and when it does that, depending on your tolerance and your risk, you might put your stop here at 1234, or you might put it below the 10, or you might just say, I bought this thing forever. It really depends on you. Next, never heard of it. Nordstrom's. We've all heard of Nordstrom's here. And you can see that Nordstrom's has been correcting since 2015. And you can even see the TTO here, 2018, and then also right here in 2021. But what we care about right now, at this moment, will Nordstrom's go above 24.99? So we'll set an alert here for 25. And we get to also set an alert here for 1663, couldn't we? 1662, because it is an inside bar. This is a name brand. This is one that I know. This is one that I feel comfortable trading. And so just wrap your mind around this. For the year, this is our range right here. We just identified the range for either the breakout to the upside or a breakdown to the downside. And now we're going to wait for the quarter to set up, or the month. You can see here we have a month set up, right? So we have a 2-1 set up already, and this would have to go above 24.95. Just keep in mind that if you have an inside bar, you're trying to trade it up to the previous high of the first bar here. So this would be like a 5-cent move. I'm not interested in that. What I am interested though is in the week here. If we look at the week, if we go down right there, I want to trade this back down to the 10 or back down to target right there. So let's maximize this. And the signal on this would be 2410, 2409, And I will tell you guys that a lot of shorts haven't been working. I've been taking some here and there, and I've been stopped out of several of them. And that was one of the key factors on Friday for me to go long TNA just for a trade back up, just a quick one. And I got it this morning, like I said. So JWN is one that you want to be aware of for 2025. You can see right here too, if you drill down into the day, that we really haven't done anything right through here. This is what we call nothing. This is if you have an option right there, you're getting killed. Let's find another one here. EAT. This is one that we talked about. This is how I would break EAT down if you want to see it. So 2024 was a strong year. Solid green quarters. We had 2222 continuation all the way for the year. Very solid. And then for the month, you can see right there, we went inside and we triggered and we never looked back. Maybe you would have gotten stopped out here, but if you follow my rule above the 10 and in, you'd still be in this trade. Matter of fact, you probably would have added right here as we broke out on the month. And then right here, when we went inside, or I'm sorry, 222 rev right here, you could have sat through this too because it never got below the 10. And then you could have just caught this whole quarter. That's an amazing move right here from 72 to 140. And if you can learn how to sit tight like that and let the bigger picture just kind of guide you, you're going to be able to catch moves like this and not be so fearful. And that's again why I use the 10-day or the 10 moving average here on every time frame to just kind of be my guide. This one looks like it wants to possibly go 222 rev and even higher on the week. If you want to trade this one, feel free. I don't like to chase huge moves, so I will probably let that one go. The goal is to find the move before it happens, like in Vital Farms here when we went 212 here for the year. Never heard of this one or that one. So I'm really struggling right now to find really good names that are set up to go. USO is one of them. This is an oil ETF. Look at what we did last year. We did 212, or if you want to do it this way. Hopefully, by setting this up, this helps you see these trades a little bit better. So with oil right here, we're waiting for this to trigger higher, which would be 83.42. And you can see that 83.42. This is where we closed last year as the high. That was the high for last year. But look at how choppy this thing is. You've got to be able to tolerate a lot of chop in this. But if and when we do, here's the quarter. If we go to the right again, if we look at this now and say, okay, so what would we need here to get to that 83.42? You're looking at the quarter now and saying, we got an inside bar. So in order for us to trigger higher and to go up there, we would first have to take this trigger right here of 79.31, 79.32 to either go higher or to go lower, which would be 69.14. And as you're doing this, again, take good notes. Take good notes. You could go here and this would go a 2, 1, 2 up for the quarter. And then right here, you know this is 2, 1, 2 down for the quarter. And you could save this as BIG. That's what I call the drawing set, BIG. And then that way I can come back up here and clear the default drawing set. And I know this is default because it all says default right here. See that? And that's how you use drawing sets within Thinkorswim. So out of all the names in my basket right now, this is the only one really set up. And you can see right here for the month it already did the 212. So now we want to see if we go above 75, 75. So 75, 76 right here. This would go to up for the month. And now if we drill down into the week here, you can see that this right here really doesn't have a setup. So you're just waiting for something to trigger you in. And in this case, I think I would probably just eliminate this one. And you've got to wait for the daily to either set up, because right here is a 32222. I'm not chasing this. This would have to go 222 rev back down and then set back up to go higher. But as of now, even though this has probably full time frame continuity, we don't have a trade. And I guess that's one of the things that really concerns me right now about a lot of the names out there. Guys, we really don't have a lot of great setups here, because if we just focus on my basket, let's just focus on the year. Tell me which ones are set up to go higher. American Airlines is, so we could add this to 2025. And this is just a 222 rev right there. You can see that. But look at Apple, all-time high. Affirm would have to go up above here and then run to here. AI is set up, so I guess you could add this one to the watch list. And this guy right here would be 1886. Oops, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. 4509. My eyes are playing tricks on me. I need more coffee. But also be aware here that you can go 1884 below that, and you can go to the downside. So just on this time frame alone for AI, this is a person of interest for us, because now we're waiting to see how this plays out on the quarter. And on the quarter here, we had a 2222. This was your reversal right there at 3151. And we were able to knock out this target right here, this target, and then we stopped. And going into this quarter, just keep in mind that for the quarter, that we would have to go 2222 continuation in order to reach 4887 over here. So for the quarter, you'd have to take out 4508 for the quarter. Or let's see if we have a setup here on the month. And for the month, we would have to do the 222 continuation back up. But we're really set up possibly for a 2221 inside or a 222 reversal back through here. So if AI comes crashing back through here at 3360, 3359, I want to know about that. And right here is my alert that I just created. And I'm going to put on here. This is a 222 222 rev down for the month. And you can take notes like this too. I used to color code all this too. And if you guys want a lesson on that, I'm more than happy to share that with you. And let's save this as the BIG. Just how I do things, guys. Just how I do things. Now let's go to the week and look at this possible setup. So for the week, we've got to get outside of this mother bar right here. And we went 212 down, and you can see that we never hit target here. Got back to the 10, but we never took out this range of 33.60 right through here. So maybe today we go 122 rev back up above 35.93, and if we do that, then that would be the start of the move to get back up through this area. So here's the run, here's the rest, and the question is, do we run back up through here and take out this target, or this target? We don't know which one. Let's drill down into the week, and let's put our note here. This would be the 1-2-2-2 rev up for the week. So our notes are kind of conflicting here. Here's one going up and here's one going down. But if we take out this 2-2 right here and get above the 10, anything can happen. AI, add this one to 2025. And then let's just go back here and let's just focus on ALK. ALL, the all-time high. Ally tried to go higher. It failed. AM. AMD is really set up to go to the downside here now, isn't it? So this is a 117.90. Let me make sure I have all my notes cleared off of here. There, let's set all this back to the default. And so just breaking down AMD, let's go to here for the year. The only thing I would be interested in with AMD is if we break 117.89. That's it. That would trigger the 122 rev back down for the year. Right there, just like that. Meaningful alerts. Really got to focus on meaningful alerts rather than just put alerts out there for everything. There you go. And now we're going to look at the quarter here. You can see we're already 3-2 down. Month we have a 2-2-2 continuation. And then right here on the week, you can see that we triggered 2-1-2 down. But we never got outside of the 117.90. And the 117.90, look at that, 117.89. So if we blow through 117.89, who knows how low we could go. But what I'd really like to see here, if we're going to go lower, I want to see this TTO like we've done here in the past and then go. So you're waiting patiently for this thing to TTO and then go down. But look at what's coming up right there, earnings. So AMD is a stock that you want to watch for 2025. And that's what I'll do. I'll just keep going through all these right here and looking at the setup, just like Amgen has this same setup. So just based upon 2025, that's the first thing you have to do. You just have to go through all these on the year and say, do I have a setup just going into the year? And a lot of these are set up to go back down or pause and go higher. And that's all I'm going to do. Really, really fast. Do I have a setup? That's the question. Do we have a setup? It's kind of why I think 2025 might be the year of the hangover, because there's not a lot there. Carnival Cruise Lines, this is one that we took last year when we went 2-1-2 up right here, and we're just sitting in this. We're just sitting in this just to manage this. How do you manage this? The way I manage this, well, as long as we're above the 10, I'm in. Above the 10, I'm in. And then right here, we just barely held the 10. So if Carnival Cruise Lines wants me to stay in this trade, it's going to have to hold this 10 through here and get back up. We'll see what happens. I know this is right below the 10 right now by about 10 cents, but you know what? I've got plenty of time. I got in way back here at this 19 level. So plenty of time. And if this continues to get below the week, guess what? I get out. That's it. Let's go back to the year and just look at the setups that we have. Chewy is a nice setup. If Chewy goes above right here, 39.10, this could be a really nice one to trade all year long. And that's what we're after. We're looking for the nice swing trades. People always ask, "Hey, Phil, how do you swing trade?" Well, that's how you do it. You got to find the stuff that's ready to move, and then you just need to sit your butt down and form a plan. All these all-time highs, just unbelievable. Carvana is one that we talked about a lot. I won't go into great details, but just know that there were a lot of people who learned a lot from this chart. Chevron, run, the rest, consolidated, came back down, and now if oil could get going here above 167.11 for the year, that would be good, right? But you got to be patient because that looks like this all the way up here. So now you're looking just for an entry here, and you can see right there, we might have a possible entry already on the week. And if we get above 145.34, maybe you just buy a couple shares, one share. Maybe maybe you just watch it, maybe you paper trade it. But remember, in order for this to be true and to go higher, it has to trigger somewhere along here. And this would be a good place to start right there. Because look at it started right here already on the smallest time frame, which is the day, by going 222 rev. So now we want to see this go 222 continuation back up through here. Chevron, good one. Let's go back to the year. You can see DoorDash had a great year last year, blew a lot of people away. Datadog, this is one that we got in, never came back up through here though. It was a nice run for a while from here all the way up to here. I thought we were going to get there, and what happened is we eventually didn't get that. And look, right there, below the 10, out. Take your money, or you could have gotten out right here on the daily. I know a lot of people who will just take the money right here if it closes below the 10 because we caught this right here from 127 all the way back up to here. Yeah. And that's why we thought it was going to go here, but it just never did. Anything can happen. Deer is a decent one to look at. It's a big boy though. Just keep in mind, it did a 3. Dell is set up to go down. Dow is set to go down. Disney, you want to see Disney get back above through here. I would get excited if Disney could get back through there and start moving higher and reversing back up to here. Every time frame, I don't care what time frame you look at, every time frame eventually is going to have this correction and this consolidation through there. DJT, 3 bar, DraftKings. DocU was another one that we thought could get going. It never did. But this is my basket, guys, and I don't see a lot. I do not see a lot happening right here. And if you see something, let me know. But I just don't see it. And we're blowing through this just like that, just looking at it quickly. Maybe Intel will reverse this year and go 122 up, but look, it's got to get all the way back here to this 50-30. And before you say it can't get up there, let's just see if it can. So many setups. Love, this is another setup right here, inside bar for the year. So 3613, 2357. And that's what it looks like on on a daily. I'm going to just clean this crap up so we can see this. That's a pretty big range. Look at that. So do we come up here and tap and go higher, or do we go back down? This is where your setup is currently right now for the week. You can see that right there, 33.21 or 33.95. So 33.21 roughly is right there. We will create an alert, 33.21, and then we will mark this alert because this would be a 212 rev down week right there. And then we said this would be 212 rev up for the year. And this is a 212 rev down. Okay, so LUV is one that you need to pay attention to as well. Go back to our year. Mara is set up to go lower. Look at this. 1, 2. So Mara, if we take out Mara here at 1317, you know what to do. Very volatile. You got to be careful with these names. Very volatile. Very fun to trade, but at the same time, you can see already that going into the day, we threw this really nasty 3-bar. So right there is your smallest time frame with the trigger, already telling you that it could do something on day 1. Right there. Bam. And then come in here. Mark this level right there as a 122 rev down year. Mara. And don't worry, I'll go back through and I'll look at some of these other names. I'm just doing a really quick overview what I'm looking for the year because I had a lot of people ask me. Monster, same thing, 3-bar, 3-bar Merc. Microsoft is set up for like Amazon, Apple, and all the others, 222 rev. Look at Micron, ugly as hell. 79.15, 79.14. This one needs to go in here. Norwegian Cruise Lines is a good one, still in this one. Netflix, Nike. Nike is actually set up for a reversal back up. All these are set up for reversals. Pepsi. Pfizer is set up to go higher. So Pfizer is one that we watched all last year. 31.55 is your trigger to the reversal back up. Right there. Pfizer. Look at Pulte Group here. Shooter, possible down, 99.02. The more you do this, the faster you'll get. It just takes a lot of practice. Just got to show up for class. pins, same thing. If you want to learn how to short, maybe this is the one right here. Phillips 66, same thing. Set up to go short. 108.90. PayPal, would love to see PayPal continue to go higher. And then we have our quantum computing. These things are going nuts. Qualcomm, QUBT. I mean, look at the move on this thing from $3 to 27. It's crazy. Roblox did the 212 here for the year. So now are we set up to go 1222 rev back down, or are we going to do 122 continuation back up here? Reddit, need more information. Rigetti, same thing. Rig, looks like it wants to go lower. Rivian could be an interesting one because we're set up for 222 rev. I'd love to see Rivian get some love here in 2025. Blow all these shorts away. This could be the one. Sometimes these companies just need to make it, 5 years before people start to invest in them. And you can see right here, we'd be on our 5th year right here. Rocket Labs, another beautiful move, 212, blew everyone away. Been in this name several times. Great one. Rocket, same thing. You want to see this thing either fail and come back through here. 1077. Once it triggers, you're just going to wait and wait till it sets up. On a smaller time frame, Starbucks looks really good here. It looks like it could go 2 or a 122 rev into 2025, 103.32, 33. Schwabi, same thing. Inside bar, 83.36. And then 59.66. I could see this one coming right back here to the 10 like it has 3 times and then possibly bouncing. Or maybe it just goes up higher from here. Sweet Green is one that I'm in already. Still like this name. Silver did what it was supposed to last year. It went 212 right to target. Even took out this target right there. Hit a couple. SMCI. This is going to be an interesting to watch for 2025 because we don't know what it's going to do. A lot of bad news right now with SMCI, but if it comes back through here, 1725, the options on this name are spectacular, and I love trading them. Made a lot of good money last year in SMCI. Sound, we already talked about. Look at this thing gap up. Everything's kind of gapping up today. Everyone's giddy, like I said. Soxel, semiconductor ETF, great one. But do we come back through here and take out 23.49 or 23.50? That's not how you want to close. This is ugly. Very ugly. And we're almost done here. Target, set up, go lower, toast. Qs, a lot of different scenarios here. You can see where we're gapping up here, the 81. And then our old buddy Tesla. Tesla. Set up for 222 rev here, or 222 continuation, or the hangover 2221, or maybe we throw 3. Who knows? Just a great name to trade. This is the ETF that I trade instead of Tesla itself. Just spectacular. Love this name. Twilio. did the 212, so we want to see this go higher here at 116.43 and go higher. Uber, ugly, ugly shooter right here. Could go lower, 54.83. Create that alert, put that in 2025. Urban, same thing, set up to go 222 continuation or 222 rev. BFC is set up to go 222 reversal and pivot machine gun all through this. This might be a good one to watch too. 2350. Western Digital, same as the other semiconductors, just kind of hanging out there. Wells Fargo did what it was supposed to. It went 222 rev, hit target, hit target. WMB never got all the way to targets. Walmart, just an amazing move, 2 up, and it just never looked back. It was a big winner for my wife's account. X, same thing, 2-1 right here. The options in X are great, but I tell you what, you better be at peace when you trade options in X because these things are very, very volatile, but they also pay very well if you're right. XLF, ZOM, 3-bar, another one. A lot of oil setting up, oil and energy, and then Zoom Communications, of course, right here as well, 92.80. And that's it. I know this was kind of long, but I told you guys I would make a video going into the year. And if you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you later.